Welcome, everybody. We just started and you introduced. Now we knew each other. I think it's better to start the second session. That is uh, actually a brief in or an insight what you will learn in the next 7 weeks. And I will recommend you also to check out my Git repository. Some of you even do not know what GitHub is, but we will learn about GitHub later. It's just a place where you store different data. For instance, if you see 30 days of JavaScript, you click on it, it has lots of codes or data or something. But for the time being, don't worry about it. But at some point, we will come to this. Anyway, this is my portfolio or my GitHub account, and I will recommend you at least to create a GitHub account by just going to GitHub and just create. It's almost like creating a Twitter account or a Facebook account. As easy as is that. So now I will just talk about this web development. And you know me, I'm Asabener. And the outline for this presentation, first we will talk about development tools. What are the development tools we need when we think of web development? What is that? Can you please close this chat window? Sorry. Is it okay now? Can I move on? I saw some message.
Yes. Sorry, because it was from my side, like something was going wrong. But now it's completely okay. Thank you.
Okay, great. Then let's move on. And then after that, we will learn how does the web works. Yeah, it's good to know how the web works. And then what's web development? Under web development, there is front-end development, back-end development, full-stack web development, all those. And then what's the code editor? Basic command lines. And then of course, this course mainly talk about HTML and CSS. CSS will come later, but today we will start coding HTML. Okay, what tools do you need? Do you have a computer, guys? I want to see you saying yes on the comment. Do you have a computer? On the yes, everybody has a computer. That is great. Of course, if you don't have this device, even by now, it's hard for you to attend this lesson. And another internet connection. You have to connect with the other world through the internet, right? Via the internet. Yeah, you need a computer and you need an internet. Okay, and then you need a browser. The browser is actually it's a kind of a software which render websites. It could be Chrome or Firefox or Mozilla, Opera, and Brave. Lots of other browsers, but uh, I like Chrome, and I recommend you to use Chrome. And then another tool you may need design softwares. It could be Adobe Photoshop, Adobe XD, or Figma. So you may come up with an idea to develop an application or a website, but first you have to have the design. You can prepare the design by a paper and pencil, or you can use a software to make kind of a design. Yeah. And then where do you write the code? You need to have some kind of editor. For instance, everybody knows Microsoft Word. On Microsoft Word, you write some text, right? Um, or on a notepad, you write some text. Similar to that, we should have something to write our code. And for this, we will use VS Code. And then something which might be, actually it is not only VS Code, there are lots of code editors, VS Code, Atom, Sublime, Bracket, lots of them, but don't worry about all those. If you know one tool, that is enough. And VS Code is open source, that is free to use, developed by Microsoft, and I am a fan of VS Code. It's just awesome. Yeah. And then git git is just again another software. We will install this software. The purpose of git is actually version control software. What's version control? Let me just explain this in a very easy way. For instance, you are writing some letter on Microsoft Word. You like this letter, you feel it's just ready, and you don't like to modify it, because if you modify it, maybe you may not like the modified version. So if you are in doubt this much, then what you should do is actually you copy, and you will have the second version, another version, so you will have different copy to make it more better. So that means you are actually controlling the different version of your letters, not to lose the first one or the original. So in software production also we use Git to control different version 1, version 2. For instance, I may have version 2 if my customers do not like version 2, and in case if they like the first version, we get back to the first version. So it's a way to control different version of your codes and software. Okay, now let's talk about how the web pages or websites work. Yeah. Look at this guy. Imagine that's me sitting next to my computer. Yes, or maybe this person is you. Yeah, and just staring at your computer. Most probably you are using, when you are staring at your computer, most probably you are using either uh, Chrome or Firefox. I don't know. Let's imagine you are using Chrome here, and then any click in a IT or in information technology, we call it request. Yeah, they're using the internet. With any click, send a request to the server, and the server actually give you a response, and the response is actually is some result. When you click something, for instance, when you click the about page, you get the about page. The about page is coming from the server. What is a server, you may ask? I think I'm just answering everything. I ask and I answer. How about you answer? What is a server? Can anyone help me to answer this?
I don't know. It's like a huge computer when everything is like memory. You can put some stuff inside, like IT stuff.
Yes, it's a computer.
Or in a simple language, we can say like it's kind of a storage. What we need, we can get it through internet, we can get it from server.
Yes, that's a very good answer. Yeah, that's a very good answer. So do you see this device? It's just a computer, another computer sitting somewhere. But the difference between this computer and my computer, this computer has been in, I mean, on this computer, a software has been installed to make it a server. So after that, it stores data, and that data can be available on some protocol. Yeah, so when someone send a request, then it provide. For instance, I have a computer. My computer can be configured and can be a server, but I don't like to be. It's just my computer, and its purpose is for personal use, but servers are configured to provide data. So they provide data. So that's just another computer sitting there. So Facebook, Amazon, and all those, they just have different big computers with big memories, and those computers provide data for you. So whenever we rent a cloud service, they just give us a space for us to store our data. And our data can be accessed by some protocol. Yeah. So as you can see, we say client. Client means actually is the person, and also the browsers are also the client because it's the interface in which the user see. So this is the client side and the server side. And because next time we will talk about also server side programming, client side programming. Okay, so anything the user can see is the client side, or the front end, the front side. And anything, something we cannot see, something stored somewhere, is the server side. You can imagine this, the kitchen, you know, the chefs are cooking food, but no one see how they cook it. If it's, you know, but this is actually the clients who are enjoying the food at the cafe or the restaurant, wherever it could be, or at the bar anyway. I'm not sure if they sell food. So does it make sense? Did you get this analogy? It's exactly the same as this analogy what I said. Imagine this is just the kitchen area, and this is the room in which food can be served. You sit there and you enjoy your food. You access, you order, you can just this request is an order through the internet. The internet could be like a kind of waitress, and you get the data. Yeah. Does it make sense? Can you say something on the chat if it really makes sense for you? So I think if I say so, let's move on because where was I? What is web development then? If you remember, we talk about how does the web works, and this is a backend or a server side, and this is the front end and client side. Now, what is web development? I think I can just read this because it's a very important text. It is a process of designing, building, and maintaining a website which ranges a simple single page application to a complex full stack applications. Web development can be divided into two categories, front end and back end. And if you have both together, you might be considered as full stack. So it's the process of designing, building, and maintaining. It could be a single page application or complex full stack application. What's complex? It could be like LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, or just single page, a very simple landing page, right? That could be your personal portfolio with just one page. Front-end web development, the skills or the programming language you need is actually, you don't have to have all, but the basic you need is HTML and CSS. You just need to have HTML and CSS and you can design a website. But if you add JavaScript, it will be more interactive and it can be dynamic. And CSS is another, SAS is another CSS preprocessor, and just another easy way of writing CSS. So we just include SAS inside CSS. But React is a very, very powerful JavaScript library. So it makes your life much easier because you don't have to write lots of code because it's a library, but still it's under JavaScript. So a kind of rule of thumb, you need these three at least. You need these skills. If you know this, the rest is history. Yeah? Because if you know this, you are unstoppable. You will manage to learn the rest. Even just with this, you will manage to develop anything you want, just with these three. Okay, great. Now backend web development. So the backend or the server side web development you need is Node, PHP, Python, Java, Ruby. But for you, I would recommend to learn Node after you learn this. After HTML and first HTML and CSS and then JavaScript, then React and then Node. Node. What does a web developer do? Yeah, there are different web developer roles. As a web developer, you might be a front-end web developer, so you will be take care of only the user interface, like the look, how it's supposed to look like. If it's the backend, how to handle the data, how to store the data, how to interact with the interface. Full stack is a person who managed to develop both the front end and the back end, or the server side and the client side. Some of the words might be very technical, so you don't have to know also everything at once. Command lines, sometimes it's easy to work on the command lines instead of graphical interface. So we may also need basic command lines. I think these are just fancy icons of different technologies. This is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, TypeScript, SAS, Bootstrap, React, Webpack. Is it Webpack? Yeah, is this Webpack? Yes, Lint and Progressive Web App. And you don't have to really know this, just it was there for nothing. But today we will talk about HTML and CSS. Yes, and that's an introduction part. Maybe if you want to ask anything, you may ask. So we will do these tools first. Do we have the computer? Yes. Do you have the internet? Yes. Do you have browsers? So I think I have to a browser. You are using some browser, I don't know. Design software, this also comes later. For instance, I use Figma. Figma is a way to design things. Yeah, like it's easy to design. For instance, if I want to design this card, yeah, before I develop it, I have to visualize it. Maybe you ask me to develop something, and I may ask you to give me some design, I don't know. So this is too little, for instance, 700, and it can go 500, okay, height. So this is some kind of a design tool which helps you to do some design. Yeah, some kind of. So this is a design tool. No, I'm not teaching you this, just I'm giving you an introduction. For instance, if you give me this design using HTML and CSS, I build it. So we need Figma. Maybe just Figma. I have to share with you. You need Figma. It's good to have an account. Another thing, you need code editor. This is a must to have. You don't have to have Figma, but code editor is a must. So we go to VS Code. I want you to do what I'm doing right now. So I want to share with you on the, so you click here or here, and let's go down, and after some time it will be downloaded. Now it's done, you click it and it will be installed. As you can see, I accept. I'll create a desktop. No, I don't open. I can click the others, but I don't need an icon there. Maybe if you don't see me, I just try to be slower. The faster I get, it's very difficult for you to follow me, right? How is the pace? Am I fast? Can you say something on the chat? Is it fast? Is it easy to follow?
Uh, can I ask you something? Sorry.
Yes.
Before our class, I was trying to download it. Actually, I have downloaded it, and now I can see like you have clicked all these options
It
like
doesn't
other.
matter. It doesn't affect you much. That's good. It's okay.
Okay, because I have clicked create a desktop icon, and if I remember it correctly, somehow like 2 out of these.
No, it doesn't matter. It
Okay,
doesn't really matter.
okay, thank you.
Even it's just today, I'm clicking it, but most of the time I just do not do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so guys, let's install this. Yeah, launch. Yes, this is what you see. So this is so beautiful. Now, for some reason, when I click it there, it disappears, but it should not. Yeah, but I think when you click it, it should show. Okay, so now let's create a, but maybe a little bit introduction. So as you can see, file, edit. Most of the time you don't you need all of this. Just what you need is actually this is just to open and to close. But there's another or more ways of doing and using this, and it's easy to learn by doing. So let's create, for instance, I create this before, I don't need it now. Let me just destroy that. I can create a folder and I call it HTML and CSS. HTML, CSS. I just called it this. This folder on the desktop. Yeah. Then you just open this. Maybe if you don't know how to open, I can also close it. And you just write VS Code again. Then add folder. Have you seen? You can go here or you can come to.
Sorry, can I ask you?
Yes.
For the, I managed to download it to open, but how do I get the, because you have on the top, you have file, edit, selection, view. How can I make it appear for me? Because I can't see that.
Maybe it is closed up here. Let's see how you make that. So you don't see all this?
Yeah.
Do you have this icon?
Yeah, I can see the sidebar, but.
Oh, okay, if you have that, it's enough. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you have, do you have this?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have that, it's easy. You can still follow me. So I have
Okay.
this, as you can see. Don't worry about that. Do you have add folder?
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I don't. I have the same problem.
Can you click on just on this area? Can you right click?
I can see open folder.
Yeah, open folder. That's yeah. Can you? Yeah. Open folder could be also. I can do this add, and then I go to this folder, and then I am adding that folder. I just did you manage to do this now?
Is it just a folder in the Explorer?
Even for me, it shows like the way I cannot find this open folder or something like that. I can see only this file edit selection,
Okay.
but my page is totally different. I cannot
Yes.
even see like on the right side, this show all commands, go to file and this one.
Then go to the file.
Uh-huh.
You go to the file here. Another way of doing the same thing. You go to here, and then open folder. I go, and here again, click HTML and CSS. No, do not save. Have you seen? I do it the same way. And if you want to remove it, you remove from this. And then another way, you can just, I'm doing
You mean
it.
to say like I need to go to the file and then?
You mean the folder? We don't have file yet.
No, I don't have that folder option.
Okay, let me just but did you create folder on the desktop, guys? First, the first step, create a folder on here, on your desktop.
But sorry,
Yes.
can I share my screen with you?
Yes.
Because I want to make it sure, like, is it the right one or I need to reinstall it?
Okay, yeah, you can share with us.
Okay, thank you. Just a moment, I will try to do okay. Host disabled participant screen sharing. I think we need your permission.
Okay.
Because it shows me like host disabled participant screen sharing.
I think first I have to release it. So
I think you need to stop sharing your own screen, then only then I can.
yeah.
Yes, I think now I can. No, even then it shows me the message host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, how about now?
Yes, now I can, I think. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, remove this welcome. Can you remove the X, this the welcome? Remove welcome. Go to this Dino show welcome at the bottom tick. Go to the bottom. Yeah, untick it. Untick.
Okay.
Great, and then close the welcome at the top. There is this X.
Sorry.
Oh no, keep that. Yes, close it. Great.
Yes, thank you.
Guys, if you have the same problem, do the same. Now, okay, Arpana.
Yes.
Can you click on this, the two the folder
File.
icons, a folder icons. Yeah, can you click? And again, click there. No, just click again there. Yes, have you noticed it's possible to open it and close it? Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Okay,
But
thank you.
yeah, slow down, stay there, because we should open it together. Okay, now again, go back, click on the folder icon, and then go open folder. And then go to the place where you create the folder, most probably desktop. There's the desktop. Yes, right there. And no, click.
I have already created the icon. Okay, but I can.
Where did you create the folder?
I didn't create the folder because.
Okay, then go to just you can create now. You
Okay.
can create then go to this desktop. Yeah. Then now you just yeah, right click.
New
Yeah.
folder.
Yes, give it any name, but something meaningful name, which makes sense for this course.
Yes.
Most probably HTML and
Okay.
CSS course, something is more meaningful because you will store lots of things on this project.
Okay. HTML, I think this is.
Yeah, you can rename it at any time you want. Yes, finish, click outside. And then again, go click, select again. Select it again, select it. Yeah, select it. And then select folder here. Back one more.
Sorry?
Back. It's now select bottom select at the, have you seen this folder? I mean, yes, great.
Select folder. Okay.
Yes. Do you see my cursor too, by the way? Do you see?
I cannot see your cursor because I need to stop sharing my screen.
Yeah,
then
no,
I can.
it's okay. Now you have done it properly. You can unshare your screen. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
And I hope the others also followed what we did and it could be helpful, right? Yes, that is what Arpana did. Who is not, are you at the same page? So who managed to, if you have Mac OS, it looks a bit different. Okay. Yeah, somehow different, but it's not very different, guys. Okay. So can you just write 1 if you manage to do the same thing I have? Okay. We don't need anyone to left behind. Wow, congratulations, everybody. Anyone who needs help like Arpana, is really, it needs to be honest. If you don't get anything, if you don't have everything together, be honest, ask, and you get help. So that means, shall we move on? Great. Oh yeah. In web development, now that means you have one of the most important tool, the text editor. This is what I was talking about during the PowerPoint. I think where was that PowerPoint? Is it in this here? Yeah. If you see this part, you have the computer, you have the internet, you have the browser, and the design software, the Figma, we learn. Now we downloaded and installed, and you have it. I think today it's not a very good idea to talk about Git and something, but we have to have it at some point. Not later, but soon. So I think it's better to just start coding. We have one of the most important tool, that is the VS Code, which is a text editor, so we can use it. Now I want you to go to here. It's an extension section. I want you to install Beautify. Beautify. You may imagine what is this Beautify means. Yeah, just to add some beauty on something. Beautify. That's great. How many comments? No, this one. So I want you to click install. Yeah, it's installed. Great. Maybe if you didn't see where I clicked here, and then I write beauty, and it came, and I click the install. Now it's installed. I don't need this. Great. Another more. Let me just show you live server. But you may not understand the meaning of live server. To help you understand this, we will install it later. And the beautifies to make our code look beautiful. So now it's better to come to the page and create a file. Can I ask, is Bracket some software as this? Yes, yes. Bracket, Notepad++, yes. That's true. Someone asked on the comment, and that's on the chat, and I'm answering. I will answer now and then. Okay, now let's create a file. You can create a file by right click, as you can see, or by using these beautiful icons. New file, new folder. Yeah. So I prefer this. It depends. Sometimes I use this right click, or sometimes I use, but this is beautiful. Index.html. Most of the time, I can say all the time, when we start web development, at least we should have one file, and that is index.html. And as you can see, the extension after the dot, we have HTML. So that means this is an HTML page. Click this. Great.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The folder I have added, there's a message saying unable to resolve workspace folder, and it didn't work for me to create a new file.
Can you just close it and open it again? That might be a good solution. For instance, just to help you see, just remove. If you forgot, you go here, and then this one, and
Okay, now it worked.
great. So
removing and adding again.
So did you create this also file?
Sorry, can I interrupt you?
Yes.
Can you explain one more time this Beautify? Do we need to install this Beautify CSS or?
Yeah, you go to the extension here.
Yes, yes.
And then Beautify, this one.
In place for, because it shows so many options.
It has this flower thing. When you select, it should be the flower.
Okay. Yes. And then install.
Yes, click install.
Okay, thank you.
After installing, just close it.
Yes, thank you.
And after, to be sure that it's installed, this should be changed from install to
Uninstall.
yes. Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now I think we have this. Now let's start coding. H1. So in coding in HTML, I mean in HTML, we use tag, open tag and closing tag. This is the tag means. This is how it looks like. This and this. Have you seen? This is the opening tag and this is the closing tag. This is what you should remember. The only thing you should remember in HTML is this, the opening tag, closing tag. So to make this the opening tag, you need less than, greater than sign, less than, greater than sign. And this one is a slash. And inside what you need? Content. What is content means? Actually, content means anything you want to display on the browser. Can it be displayed on the browser? No, now let's try to open it on the browser. I go to my file, yeah, Dino, let's go here, the folder, and let's try to open it. I want to open it using this. Have you seen? It's strange. It's opened, but this is not what I want it to be. Because I think it's also good to understand or what is the definition of or the abbreviation of HTML. HTML is actually hypertext markup language. Yeah, hypertext markup language. Hyper means something linked, a text linked to something. And markup language means marked. What does that mean, marked? So for instance, I can mark this tag. I can say H1. That means a big text or a title, as you can see. Anything you want to display. Have you seen? Now, if I refresh this, things has been changed already. And now this is your first HTML code. Great.
I'm sorry, but I can't get it to work. When I try to open it, it doesn't show anything. It's completely empty.
Did you have what I have now?
No, you're going a bit fast, I think, for me. I had the one you had before without the age.
Okay, can you add this one maybe for some browsers, or maybe can you add H1 now? And
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I will give you some time.
Do you need to press save or anything?
Oh, yes. Did you save the... Yes, you need to save it. You need to...
Yeah, I didn't. How do you save?
Control S. Control S.
Oh, okay.
It is the same as any Control S, or you can here and save.
Okay, now it works. Thank you.
Okay, great. So now let's, as you can see, saving every now and then is boring, right? It's tiring. Follow me. Have you seen this setting? Click on the setting and then settings, auto. When you write auto and then save, you might see this. Maybe if you didn't follow me, I can do it again. Settings, this setting, manage, and then settings, and then you come to here, auto save. Now change this from off to after delay. After delay. After you change from off to after delay, you don't do anything, you just close. Well done. Did you manage to follow me, or do you need a repetition?
I would need help. How do I open the folder then so that I can see it in Google Chrome?
Oh, you just go to your folder. You just
On the desktop.
Yeah, at desktop. You
Okay.
come here. Then this is my index file, right? So you should have index, index, then right click, open with.
Oh yeah, I got it now. Beautiful.
Yes. Now, as you can see, if you have a Windows operating system,
Yes.
the Windows, the Microsoft logo, and then arrow to the right, take it to something, because it's very tiring to open this, and then I can take this to again to the left, because it's easy for me to see it. Yeah. Now I don't have to open.
How did you do that? So
Are you Windows users?
yes.
Did you notice the logo, the Microsoft logo next to Control, the Windows tab?
Yes.
Yeah. Click that one.
Yeah.
And then the right row at the same time.
What? The right what?
A row button.
Ah, the arrow. Okay. Right arrow.
But you should first click, for instance, let me show you. Look at me. Now, I have to just click here. And then now I am clicking the Microsoft key. And then the right row at the same time.
How do you do that in Mac?
In Mac, I forgot how was it, but I think it was even simpler. I think what you should do is just search for it. But for today, you don't have to. You can do it the tiring way in a more, but yeah, if you are using it to screen, it's even, you can display this in the second screen. If someone is using it to screen, take this to the second screen. Okay, now let's do, so H1 actually is a markup to write big texts. How about H2? So H2, let's do more title. As you can see, I don't see anything, so I have to refresh it. Yeah, it's a bit smaller than the previous. Okay, then let's go even, then H3. This should be even smaller. Let's see. As you can see, it's smaller. Actually, this H goes to from H1 to H6. H4.
How do you write so fast? I can't do that so fast.
Okay, then actually to follow also, have you seen H4? Yeah, and like after you write this, there is this tab. If you just touch the tab, it just writes for you. Even another easy way of implementing H4 tab. This is even much smaller. And even I can share also the code now and then on the chat, and you can just copy, also make use of it and be on the same page when you are behind sometimes. Okay, let's see H5. H5. This is the second in the last. H6. This is the last. I have to refresh. But this, anything you want to display doesn't make a very good thing, right? We can say, welcome to web development. It makes sense, right? And then we've been talking about front end and back end or something. Even we can change this to front end. And we can refresh this. And the second we can change it to, maybe even, what is that, back end. Great. Did you get time to follow me? Yeah, is it slow enough now? Is it slow enough? Is it easy to follow? Guys, say something, because it's just up to you to control the teacher, you know? You have the full right to make it faster and to make it slower and to make it the way you like it to be. Yes. Now, as you can see, this is to display titles, but whenever we like to write text, normal text, we use P. What do you think when this is P? Why it is called P? I want you to say it, I mean, to say something about it. Can you anticipate something? So
Paragraph?
Paragraph. That's why we say HTML doesn't need thinking. You give it a markup means we're tagging it. Oh, hey, browser, this is a paragraph. So we write some lorem ipsum, lorem, you write lorem like this, and then tab, it generates just random text for you. Now this is, it's a placeholder. Of course, I can write some text by myself. P. Web development is a fun thing to do if you manage to learn HTML and CSS. You will be able to design lots of beautiful websites. I mean, it's tiring, right? But instead, what we do, P, we will just put placeholder. So we call this lorem ipsum. It doesn't have any meaning, this language. So just you write lorem and then tab. So it generates some text for you. Have you seen? If you even really want many text, lorem, and then multiply it by some number. For instance, 20. As you can see now, I have a big text. Did you know how to write the lorem thing? Just lorem and tab. Lorem, press tab. Oh, it was a huge text. Undo. Lorem.
When I tried to put the text, Lorem, the text is actually like, how do I say this? It's like one big line to the right. It looks very different from yours. I would like it to be like yours, to be like you are able to read it.
Yeah, I have the same problem. It should be on many lines and not just one. We have,
exactly.
yeah.
What do you mean by that?
It's hard to.
Mine is, you mean as a paragraph in different? Yeah, oh, okay, now, is it how you tried, Lorem?
Yeah.
And you just enter.
Yeah.
You now what I should get is this one line. Just Lorem and Lorem tab.
Okay, but when maybe I can explain. Can you go back? Can you when you are writing Lorem?
Yeah.
Before you before you press tab or whatever, you can see there's one line for the text.
You mean
and it just continues on to the right forever and ever, you know?
Oh yeah, got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I think now, yeah. Okay, so this is like it does. Everything is in one line, but here you see it properly, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. We call it word wrap. So let's go to here, the settings again. Click settings. I'm in this setting icon, and then settings again, and there is this word wrap. Word wrap.
Okay.
What do you see here? Is that?
It's the same, inherit.
Yeah, for me too.
Oh, it's word wrap. How about this word wrap? Is it on or off? Can you write or word wrap at the top? First word wrap.
It's off.
Yeah, make it on.
Yeah. Thanks.
Guys, if you didn't do, their question might be also your question. So how about if you do this?
Can you repeat that? Where is T on and off?
You know, just if it was, do you see this part?
Yes.
Then change it to on. It might be off for you.
Yes.
And then after that, you just close it.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's working.
Great.
And I'm still fighting with the lorem and the putting what I'm writing and the Chrome picture together. I don't know what to press. I mean, I understood the Windows sign and click on something or right hand, but I don't know how does my computer knows what I want to have together.
Oh, okay.
I'm a bit lost there. I could write the content, the headlines, but then I got lost because I'm still trying to open the folder, which I can't because I don't have what you have there. Edit, file, edit, selection. I don't have that. So I always go back and start it again and again, but this takes too much time.
Okay. So did you manage to open it like this?
I always have to switch back to what you're doing. That doesn't make it easier.
No, so you couldn't manage to put it in.
No, I don't have these shared the shared picture, so that I have the code on the left side and the result on the right side.
Okay. What's your operating system? Is that Windows?
Yes.
So in that case, someone asked me the same question. Do you know this the Windows tab next
Yes.
to control.
Yes.
Let me show you again. For instance, I have this.
Yeah.
Then my pointer is here.
Okay, so I have to open that one again. Okay, let me see that I get it open. Yes.
So I just open it like this.
Yeah.
And now my pointer is just here. And go your click on the Windows
Yes.
icon. And do you notice the right row?
Is it the one that says end?
Not end, but we have here arrows, arrow to up, arrows to down, to the left and to the right. The four,
Okay.
yes. So windows and arrows to the right.
And then it shows, then I have now that what I've, so the welcome to the web development on the one side, and on the other side, I have my desktop.
Yes.
And then I can just, oh, okay, got it.
Now this will be just sticking here. Now,
and I can choose what I want to have there from the desktop.
Yeah,
Okay.
but even you can do it like this. For instance, you have it, right? You come here and just drag it. Oh, sorry. Instead, I can just drag it. You can adjust it, but that was the shorter way of doing it. And you just make it here, like that.
Okay, that I got now, but the lorem didn't work with me.
Yeah, I will come to the lorem. Let's. Okay, if you managed to, but you managed to solve that, right? Now you can see.
Now it's gone again.
Because let's, yeah. There's the Windows tab, the Windows key, and then the right arrow. You have it there. And then this one, I think it sticks. How about if you show me on your screen, maybe? Of course, yeah. I can't see your key, but I can help a bit. I can stop sharing.
Yes. Perfect.
Yes.
You still need to allow me to do so.
Yes. You should. You should be able now.
Yeah. Okay. Just close my other.
Guys, you have to be tolerable. This is the fun part of programming, you know? When there's a bug, fixing the bug, when you get stuck, and be able to start from where you get stuck. So yeah, this is the fun part of programming, solving problem. This is something you don't see on YouTube, okay? YouTube tutorial, they just make them very sharp, very short. Okay, so great. Yeah, so you did it already.
Yeah,
so
then, no, this is that me?
Yeah, but yeah, but you don't need to.
Yeah, now does it work? Now it works. But if I do the Alt and Tab to see you again, because I need to see you as well, then it's, where are you anyways? You're gone.
Oh yeah, in that case, yeah. I use.
Okay, of course you are gone because me is now. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, I think it's yeah. I think what I would really recommend you guys, having to screen really helps quite a lot. Of course, it might be difficult, but if you have the chance, I mean, the opportunity to make it, because you know, I used to screen, and I don't know students' problem. I can see that this is not a problem only for you. This could be a problem for many students to code at the same time and to see my screen.
Yes.
So for people who could manage to have this, I think please try to have just another additional one monitor. It really help you quite a lot to see to use one of the computer to see the screen. But is there anyone who can manage? How do you do, guys? How did you make it easy for you? If anyone who make it easy for you to follow?
I think it's a little bit difficult, a little bit stressful, because there's like 3 things that we have to be looking at the same time. But it's possible if you can like just fit 2 windows, the Zoom window and the Visual Studio Code window at the same time. I think it's okay.
Ah, you can also manage to do that, the 3?
Not the 3 at the same time, but the 2. And then I just go and check on the browser and quickly come back.
I see, yes. Quickly come back, and also you have to use the most potential of your memory to remember lots of things. Yeah. So, Carola, it's not your problem.
It's not just my problem. Okay.
Yeah.
But one more question. As mine is open right now, how do I do the lorem thing?
Yeah, I will come to just lorem and tab. Click the now tab. With
Enter?
another the tab keyboard.
Oh,
yes.
now it works. Interesting. Yes. Okay, perfect.
It is as easy as.
That script is only for us to see that there would be some content and how it would look like.
Yes.
Okay, and we can change it later to whatever we want to.
That's true.
That's the idea. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
It's okay. So let's move on, right?
Stop.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, you can stop the sharing now. Okay, I can share my. Yeah, sorry guys. It would be nice if you had this to screen. I've been using two screens for so long, and I don't know this problem anymore. So, and it might be even hard for me to use one screen alone, but it's really recommended to use two. Someone shared the screen, so you may also make some screenshots, so you may make use of that. But for me, let's move on. But as you can see now, I have to refresh now and then. It's really tiring, right, guys? Refreshing now and then. Yeah. So instead, I don't like to refresh, so I want to close this. I want to close this. And I like to open it differently. I don't need also this for the time being. So I want you to go to, again, extension, then write live server. I think this one, live server. In my case, since I have been using it, it is installed. Let's see how many people did use this. Have you seen 9 million people are using it? Have you seen the downloads? Wow. So install it. So if you are not using it, you will be the 9 point something millions person to start using live server. Right, did you manage to install it? Can I see at least one person?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Then let's move on. So what we do is actually, for me, for some reason, it's closing the. So now right click here. When you click there, you should see open with live server. If you see open with live server, then just click it. Then it open for you. Maybe if you didn't follow me, I close it. Close. I go to here, open with live server. Who managed to open it with Open Live Server? Can you type one for me, and then I can see lots of people did it, and then it seems better to move on. Yeah, we will give it some time. So I close it and then I will show you again. You should have the file here. Maybe if you didn't even install the live server, go to the here, extension here, live server, this one, and install it. Click install, the green button install here. But in my case, since I installed it already, you see different. After that, you close it.
Do I have to, allow it in the firewall? It complains.
Just ignore the, what does it say?
No, it's been blocked by the Windows Defender firewall.
Allow. Yes. Okay, so then I don't need that anymore. So, and then what you do, index, open with live server. It should open for me. How about now? It's better if I ask who didn't manage to do the live server.
How does it look different?
No, you don't see anything different. You see the same thing.
Oh, okay, good. Then I might have made it.
Yes, the difference is, okay, now again, let me write another P paragraph. The purpose of the live server is hot loading. What's hot loading? They call it the hot loading. That means instead of me coming here and refresh, it should refresh, or it should update it by itself without refreshing, but it didn't, right? Let's check again. Lauren. It's not coming by itself.
No.
Yes, the reason why actually when we write HTML, it is not like this, because we need a bit of, restructuring. So we need the head and the body. I want you to cut this, don't destroy it, I just cut it. So you need actually the head part. The head part, and we can actually, even before the head, we usually need the HTML. And inside the HTML, we need the head. And inside the head, we need a title. And let's just leave the title there. And inside here, we need the body.
Can you go a little slower?
Okay.
Did you just erase everything that we did so far?
No, you don't erase. I have it. I copied it so I can paste it. Don't erase it. You should have it. For instance, I can just paste it here. It will be inside the body, but I don't like to be messy. So for now, I want you to restructure. First, write this HTML, inside HTML, the head and the body. Two things.
But how do I get rid of all the other stuff that I wrote before?
Control X. Select all, Control X.
Okay, gone.
Did you manage?
Yep.
Yeah. But remember, don't do copy. If you do a copy before you paste that, it will be vanished. Okay, so write this. You need HTML. First, HTML. Inside the HTML, you need the head and you need the body. Inside the body, what we can do, Control V, that is paste. If I refresh, I get the same thing. Nothing changed. But if you see, for instance, have you seen this PowerPoint? What do you see here on something I am clicking? Do you see something? You should read something, right? What do you read? What do you read here? On the task, on the tab, what do you read? Web development. What do you read? My name. But here you see numbers because we don't have title. So we should give title here. Web, or I call it HTML and CSS course. Now it's changed. Have you seen now HTML and CSS course?
Sorry, can you copy paste that to the chat because I managed to destroy it?
Yes, it's okay. I can do for you. It's here. Only the what we had, because I didn't copy the rest, because you should do it. But you have the other, the previous. Who is at the same page with me? Yeah, so now let's revise. Everything is inside HTML. Look at it. This is like an accordion. When you just click this accordion, you can see that everything is wrapped inside an HTML tag. This is, so that means everything is the children of HTML. And inside, how many children does the HTML have? How many children do you see now? Immediate children. This word is very important for later use. How many children do you see inside the HTML tag?
2.
Yes, exactly 2. The head tag and the body tag. And now let's open the head. How many children do you see inside the head tag? I'm still waiting for an answer because
1.
1, exactly. Now let's go to the body. How many children do you see inside the body? It's not that much difficult to count. You can even tell me, count and tell me. Of course, we can add lots of children inside the body, but now still it's possible to count. I can go 1, 2, 3, at least 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10. According to my counting, it's 10 or 9. Yeah. So you got the point. Yeah. What is a parent? So the body is parent for all, and these guys are children for the body. So if we say this is a child for the body, and if the body is parent for these guys, for these tags, what are these guys? How can we call them these guys? Give them a name. A very,
Like siblings.
That's great. Siblings. They are siblings. It's an English word, just English. Yeah. So this is really very important, especially when it comes to JavaScript. It's very important because sometimes people, they undermine HTML, and then when they start JavaScript, they just get screwed because they don't have a very solid understanding of the DOM structure. What is a parent? What is a child? What is a sibling? Something like that. Yeah, great. So now let's move on. By now, since it has a very good structure, since it has so anything you see starting from here, anything you see on the website comes from the body. Anything you put here is for this, for the title, and the rest will be for CSS or JavaScript or for search engine optimization. Okay, anything you put inside the head will not be visible on the website. Shall we agree on this and move on?
So you put the search engine words to
Yes.
the title.
Or can you repeat your question again?
So the words you want Google and search engines to find, you put the title. Do you put them to the title?
Yes, not in the title, in the head. Like this, it will come. We will come to. We will talk about search engine optimization and the search engine terms later. We call them meta tags.
Okay.
Yes, the meta tags. But for now, just to simplify, let's have only title inside the head. But later we will add another things inside the head. Okay, it's
Okay.
not, yeah, but for the time, just to simplify and to make our life somehow easy, let's just have only the title. Yeah, but I want you to uh, to remember that we will have something additional inside head. Okay, and anything you add inside the head will not be displayed on the website. Anything you see here comes from the body, from this. Yeah, just to check. Can I see this on the website? Let's try. Yeah, of course you can see it. Have you seen it? Here. But you see it, but this should be, but you don't do this. It's really, really wrong to do this way. Everything you want to display on the website should come from only from the body. Great. So that means, as you can see, from starting from here. Okay, so before that, before like now what you are learning is HTML5. Before that, HTML was a bit like very limited. Now HTML can do lots of things. For instance, we saw from H1 to H6 for different title. We saw paragraph. Now, how about if we want to link things, you know, linking. For instance, I want to link my GitHub account, okay, to somewhere. So what you do actually, a tag, you need a tag. So go to GitHub. And this tag, this HTML tag, if you see it now, have you seen now? I didn't refresh it, but it's working, as you can see. It needs additional thing here. I call it for now a thing. Actually, we call it attribute. Attribute. What is attribute? Attribute, in the English word attribute means it's a character. right? Something to describe. So how do we, so it's an additional information, this attribute. So the attribute is href, and we just give the link. Now, as you can see, we got a very good link to click. If I click on it, it takes me to my account, and then I get back. But as you can see, it is not opening a new tab. Instead, it just opened from the website, so instead I want to create a target. If you have another attribute, again blank, if you add this attribute, we will manage to open it with a new tab. Look at.
Sorry, I kind of got lost here.
What?
Could you show again what do I do after I type in go to GitHub? How do I proceed?
Do you see my screen, guys, first? Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
So what did you say?
Well, I put in the A.
Yes, A.
Go
right.
to GitHub.
Yes.
What did you do next? Sorry, I wasn't looking.
Yes. Yeah, what I did is actually, first we just wrote first this, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, then you need href. That's href. We say it most of the time. And then this usually a place where you put the link. That link is actually the place where you like to go. For instance, it could be Google or maybe W3 School or anywhere. So for instance, I have this my account link. First, I just select this URL and then put it here. Now, as you can see now, it's really a link. Who did the same thing? Are you with me, guys?
Yeah, but your link is green and mine doesn't look the same, but
yeah, because it's not clicked yet. After you click it, it will be blue or something like that. Can you click it?
okay. I don't know, maybe it's Mac.
But yeah, but is it taking you to the other page?
To the GitHub open. Yes, it works.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Okay, thank you.
What came after target? You have erased it now.
Yeah, so now let's come to the target, right? The purpose of the target, now it doesn't have target. Since it doesn't have target, it is just opening on top of the previous. But we don't need that. Sometimes you want some website to be opened by itself, right? So you need to have a target, and the target should be having underscore blank. You just add another attribute. So anything we add in the opening tag, because this is the opening tag side, we call it an attribute. It's a very important terminology. So usually we may add attributes, okay?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you always need to separate attributes with a space?
Yes. There should be space between there should be, don't connect it, yes. For readability, and even it might not be read by the browser might not read what it means. Okay, now we know how to link this. Okay, are you on the same page? Shall we move on?
Can I ask you,
Yes.
what is this href?
Href means actually it's just an attribute which can help us to connect the link to this attack. Reference, you can just hyperlink reference. So this is a hyperlink. So this, yeah. We are just referring to this link. Okay. Did we have mentioned some technologies related to front end? Do you remember, guys, those technologies? Can you tell me some of the technologies? Yeah, front end part. I will write them. Can you tell me?
HTML.
HTML, great. Another? Can you tell?
JavaScript.
CSS and JavaScript. Have you seen HTML? It's I was trying to make them one after another, but HTML didn't allow me to write it the way I want. Have you seen what I attempt to do? Yeah, and have you seen the output?
List.
Yes. So list, you said that list. That's very good. HTML has its own way of handling list. We call it an ordered list. Like this, an ordered list. So for instance, I can write again list HTML inside the unordered list. Another list, not capital, CSS, and another list. Oh, please stop that, because this CSS code is getting smarter and it's just thinking for me. Okay, so I remove this one. And now it looks much better, right? Yeah, it looks much better. How about if we do the same for backend? An ordered list, and then list. I talked about node, and I talked about PHP. I love Python. Let's just make Python first. Oh, where capital list Python. And you could use even Java. You should know the difference between Java and JavaScript, right? It's a different programming language. And Ruby. You can list many, but and also now we can also maybe add another technology which we didn't mention about databases. Actually is also H2. And as you can see now, we have H1 here. So this is H2, that it makes sense. But this is H3 because this front end and back end, I want them to at the same level. So H2 make sense. And this database, again, databases, it makes sense to list, for instance, SQL, MongoDB.
How do you, when you're finished with one code line, do you have some key shortcut when you go to the other line?
No, I just use this.
The mouse.
Yeah, the mouse is much better. Don't use this next. I prefer use, for instance, if I am writing, for instance, here, Ruby. Some people go something like this. That's tiring. So instead, I just lift it here and enter to the next. That's more productive for me. And yeah, now we have some kind of front-end, back-end database, something like this. Okay, but how about if you want to list down, I think, how about if we have a 5 minutes break and after that we will continue. Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, let's take a 5-minute break sharp. We will be back of 35 minutes past 8. And yeah. Welcome back, everybody. So I have some files. Did I already? Okay, I have to get this image somewhere. I can copy images and put them all here. I'm not sure if I shared. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great.
So we are seeing Carola's
I
script.
think so. I have the feeling too. What? Okay, so I did something. I have the feeling too that you're seeing my.
Yes, I see. That's true. I see someone else.
I stopped
Do
it.
you?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. How can I even do that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, but can you see my screen now, guys?
Sorry.
No.
You don't see my screen, so I will share my screen with you. Okay, great. You see my screen now.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So did you manage to download those files?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what we should do, actually, let's go to the folder by just clicking this. Let's create here. Do you see this? I call it image. You create image, and then I have to have image from somewhere. I have to download or get some image. I have logos.
Suara tako.
Can you?
Susuda kya manan. Susuaya wa tako susuda.
Guys, wait, I will control that. Guys, the reason why I don't mute everybody, because this will give you a chance to talk to me at any time you want. But I can mute everybody, so you have to be sure that you are at a lesson. Okay, great. Then I don't have to really mute, because you will have a chance to ask me right away when you get stuck. Let's get back. Okay, great. So I collected some images there, here. So let's just move one by one, because I can just get this image here by dragging. Yeah, just I dragged it there. So, and then I keep it there for the time being, and let's get back to here. Okay, how do we display image? We need this image something like that, image, img, and then you need this. This is how. This is different from other tags. It doesn't have a closing tag. It is a self-closing tag actually. So you need source, src, and then where do we get? You have to go to the image folder. So image, and then I have to target this file, HTML logo. Then it should be displayed, as you can see. Now let's also get more images from this folder. Now I actually take almost all of them, for instance, React and CSS, maybe JavaScript, Mongo, Node, MongoDB. I need it or may not, but now I have plenty of them. So let's do another. Let's also display CSS. So to display the CSS, did you write something? Let me read the comment. Can you repeat the steps? Yes, of course I do. Let's destroy the images process we have. Usually when you write an HTML, you need an opening and a closing tag, right? Something like this. But image actually doesn't need a closing tag, just img, and then this. This is how you close it. A bit
So the slash and the file you have to type in by yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Then
otherwise it comes automatically, but in this case you have to write it yourself.
No, it comes automatically because this code is getting smarter.
Yeah.
So it just knows it what you are really like. For instance, look now when I'm just trying to dot slash, it is like predicting that what I am supposed to do.
So then there's something I'm doing wrong to start with, because it doesn't come automatically if I put in the file and then I write and I choose the img. It's just blank then.
Yeah.
The dash and the other file, the closing file, doesn't come automatically. What could it be that I'm doing wrong?
And then no, the closing tag, because you just write it an image and something like this.
What do you so you where is it?
I wrote it manually myself.
So you just push on the opening file, right? On the keyboard.
Yes.
And then you write that MIG, and then you just click with the mouse on that IMG icon. Right?
No, follow me what I do. Less than IMG. I'm writing from the keyboard. Then again slash.
Oh, you're writing from the keyboard. Okay. Okay, now I got it. Good.
It's just a letter. It's letter.
Yeah.
And then now we need to know where is the source. I have to dot slash where, because all our files are stored inside image. So I have to tell it that it is in image. And then again slash, it give me a selection. So first let's display this one. I can write manually, but why? I can just select it because this VS Code is making us very lazy. Let's do it. But I think in all the times this was not possible. You have to write everything manually. But we're using the best code editor, VS Code.
And does there have to be a space between IMG and SR
Yes,
or-
yes, yes.
And then the next one also. A space
No, this is not important.
is not important, but the
Yes.
one in between MIG and SRC. Okay.
Yes. Right. Because it's an attribute and the attribute should be separately written. This is again an attribute. Okay, let's display, maybe I can give you some time to display this. And after that, we clean the code we have and we finish.
How do we get the image into our image folder? I mean, I have like an image now on my desktop, but how do I transfer it into
Just
that image we're referring to?
copy all the images you have on desktop and put it inside HTML. What you should do, if you don't have it yet there, just copy all.
Okay, yeah.
And then just paste it here.
Okay.
What we do here is just what you've been doing on basic computer, not a very crazy thing, guys. What you've been doing in somewhere else can apply also here, okay? No, nothing just different. It works the same as other things.
Sorry, I have again a problem.
Okay.
I think I missed a few minutes in the beginning, but I downloaded a random image from Google.
Yeah.
And now I moved that image to the folder, HTML folder, on my desktop. And I'm trying, I don't know, I put the source as images. I don't know, how do I know which is the correct source, or am I doing something wrong? Should I put something else there?
No, because you have to have a proper file name. For instance, do you see my photo here? I just put it here.
Oh, you just drag it there.
I can put it here, and now it is there. How can I display my photo here? Again, image source. I have to target it. Where is it stored? Tell me. It's in images, right? In the image folder. And then I have to write asabene dot. I have to also see even is that JPEG or PNG? It's PNG dot PNG. By now, I should see myself here. Even if I made a typo of something, you don't see that. It disappeared because it doesn't know. It should be targeted. It has to be linked somehow. Yeah.
Did you create the images folder?
Yes.
Okay.
So what you should do here, image, let's destroy everything what we have actually. I'm destroying it, okay? I like destroying things. I destroy it. One, you can create the images like image, and then you have to bring image to this folder in some way, right? What I did, if you remember, I have some images here, and then I just moving them here, here, and then here, and here, and here. Yeah. Or some of you had already created on the desktop. What you should do, another way of doing is actually just copy this and then paste it here. Yeah, image.
Me.
Okay, thank you. I got it to work.
Yeah, great. So now you know how to handle images. Now
one more question. I managed to copy it into my images, but now I'm stuck with at what point do I put it into the code?
Yes, of course.
I've seen that at some point it showed you, but I don't get there.
What?
Yeah. So images.
Yeah, let's do this, the image things again. Now I don't have any images, as you can see.
Yeah.
But do you have anything here? Do you see images inside your image folder?
Yes, I have something in my image folder.
Oh, that's great. Now it's up, we have to connect those images, right? Image, something like this.
Yeah.
Okay, this is an image tag. As I told you, it's a bit different from the previous tag. It doesn't have like opening, closing. Instead, it's like a self-closing. We call it self-closing. So it needs a source attribute and something like this. So we have to target it. It is good to have a point or dot, but you don't have to have also just slash. And then where did you store it? Inside
Image.
the image. And then slash which image, the CSS or one of the image you want. I want the HTML first to be displayed.
Okay, in mine it doesn't show that.
Please, what's the name of the, or did you manage to target it this?
No,
Okay.
I also wrote images and slash, but at that moment, for you, it shows you the list of the images that you have in your image folder.
Yeah,
But that didn't happen to me. Do I have to refresh it somehow, or maybe that's the point?
Yeah, okay. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't have to show you everything what you see here. For instance, just to make things so easy, let me just rename this. Usually when you save your file names, it's good to make them a bit easy. So now it doesn't have to show me. I go to the image and I know the name of the file and it is html.png. So it has to show me, you know, you don't, it just, what you should know is what name did you give for the image. That is enough. It doesn't have to come here, the list.
Okay, I see it's gone again. Okay, that's my, okay, I have to look at this later.
Does it show up?
No, it's gone from the images again. I don't know.
Can you share with me? Because I don't know what's happening there. So
no, let me try first myself, and then I think I might know what I'm doing wrong.
No, really, we have to fix it. Could you please share with me? I don't understand what's happening there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I have in the, can you see it?
Yes, now I got it. I got it already, the problem.
You got it already, perfect.
Yeah, because we don't, whenever we save a file name, we don't, I think, we don't use a space as you hocus pocus. There's a space in between, so remove the space. Instead, you can use underscore. File name should be free from spaces.
Like this.
No, underscore in between the space. It's the two word, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so like here.
Yes.
Underspace. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And also it's better even if you make it even lowercase, like file names, it's better if it's really lowercase. So it's better if you start with just lowercase. Yeah, I think yes. Now just let's go and fix let's see your browser, the output, so image, but that's okay. Yeah, go.
That is, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally, good. Thank you.
Yes, so let's get back to the screen. Would you allow me to share?
Yes, just a second.
I hope it will start working.
Good, now.
Do you always need to write every line separately, or can you use copy paste when writing the code?
You can do copy paste.
So if you want many images, you could now copy this line we have and just
Yeah, I got you. Yes, you can copy and use it, but now the reason why I don't copy, I don't like you to be a copycat. And if you write manually, you learn things by heart. At some point when you be very familiar, you start copying.
Okay.
When I'm like working by myself, if you see me, I really copy quite a lot of things. But now I don't like to teach you bad habit at the very beginning.
Okay.
Because coding needs thinking and observing things, and it has to be done slowly, not like in a speed of light, copying and connecting things so fast. Of course, if you're like a senior developer, someone who knows things, how it works, yeah, that's how we do. Okay, so now let's put together. Now I think we're about to wrap up. So front end, back end, database. Okay, but if you remember, let's make it a bit, if you remember tools we need to use. What are the tools we need to use for H3 again here? Tools to use, I want them to be in ordered list. Yeah, the ordered list is, for instance, I can say ordered list. This is how you write, and then list. First, I told you that you have to have a computer, and unless if you have an internet, you wouldn't be able to attend this lesson, not alone to be a developer or to develop something. And then you need a browser and maybe another thing. What else do you need? A code editor like VS Code, and another designing tool, design software, and maybe also you need Git for core version control tool or software. As you can see now, this is somehow in a list order. And we don't need this lorem ipsum for now because we just do not really need it. Now you know how to generate. Web developer is fun, that's okay, we can use that also. We can leave this, but I don't need this one. Okay, let me see the lesson. I need to leave, okay. We need, since today's the first day, we had to set up a lot of things, and we waste a lot of time. So would you allow me to proceed for additional 10 minutes? Because it's all it's up to you anyway. Unless we use the time properly, it would be. Would you allow me, guys? 10 minutes.
It's okay for me.
Yeah, same for me.
It's not much, but it's just to connect lots of things. Would you allow me? Just type 1 for me. 1, 1, 1, 1. That really tells quite a lot. So I can see kind of ratio. Okay, great. So we have match votes. So just 10 minutes, let's just connect. So now computer, we don't connect this one. Browser, for instance, let's have a link to this one to the browser. Because Chrome browser, I'm interested. Chrome browser. Yeah, Chrome browser. I think this is Google Chrome browser. Then I go here, copy, and I want to link this one. So how do you make a link? As I told you, first you have to have a link and then put it here. And then this text will be inside here. Now, if you see it, by clicking, you can go to that. And in addition, target blank. Someone asked me to copy. I don't like you to be a copycat just the very beginning, and I just do things. Oh no, what am I doing? Sometimes I do something crazy. VS Code. Yeah, VS Code, copy, and we can connect VS Code here. For instance, maybe just first A and then VS Code here, and cut this text and put it here, and again the target. Blank. And design software Figma. A design software, select Figma, and I just copy Figma. Target blank. Figma. VS Code I'm sharing with you also, because you may not get it right away. And Git. Oh no. Git and GitHub is different. This Git, I'm talking about this Git. Why is it going there? Git. I share with you again the Git there, and then I also apply it here. A, and I can just link everything here, and it's good to also open it in a separate tab, target, and then underscore blank. And by now, as you can see, design software, why I was thinking to have the design software. Oh, I forgot to put the Figma here. So I mean the text. Great. So we have something like this. I think this is also what I taught you today. What else do we really need for today? We don't need this text also. Let's just clean up. We don't need this text. For the time being, we can put this just here, and I will push also this code on GitHub, and you will have a chance to get the code. So if you have any question, let me know. I'm done for today's lesson. We are done. Great. Guys, you're just amazing. You've been just here from the beginning to the end. No one left the lesson. That is amazing. Yes. You have to give a pat in the back. Yes. For yourself. I don't know if you could. That's tough to do, right? Another person should do it. Okay. Did you manage to do I mean, everything what I did?
No, I'm still, yeah, those links, you go very fast.
Those are just if you know how to make one link, you know the others.
Yeah.
So no need to repeat them, right?
Yeah, I just make one and I will repeat the whole.
Yes.
Practice.
You don't have to. If you just make one, that's what you are supposed to do. Yeah. So let's have next. So the communication will be on Telegram. So just see your Telegram and yeah, react if you are supposed to read or do what you are supposed to do. And yes, I may give you some simple task and I will inform you on Telegram. But based on today's your experience and the learning, how was your expectation and your learning experience, and how much you acquire what I taught today? How do you rate your first experience from 1 to 10? From 1 to 10, how much do you rate your experience? How much did you gain today? and everything they experience. So okay. In the meantime, if there's anyone who wants to ask any question, let me know.
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Yes.
When we close this now, the what was it, CV code? If we you know, GridHub, is it right? If we close this program now, is it safe?
Yes.
I mean, our work will be safe?
Yes.
Okay. And if we wanted just for exercise to create something new, then we just have to insert a new file and then we just switch between those, or?
I am coming. So this is a different project. Now let me say I'm done and I'm closing it, right? If you want to, this is the project. If you want to work, for instance, on your CV, you create a new folder and you work on your CV project or portfolio project. Yeah. And you start from there. If you want to start from what you had, you just open it. So there's code again. And what I should do, actually it is still opened. But just to remove it, yeah, it's removed from there. From the workspace, it's not deleting. Removing doesn't mean deleting. And if I want to open it, I just go again, go to the here and open here. Even the best thing about this VS Code, you can work on different projects at the same time. For instance, the CV project or this, what was this, the name portfolio, where was it? Yeah, here. You can even click and then let's work on our index.html portfolio. Even I can show you some HTML. You don't have to write everything all over again, just HTML. And if you do this, it generates something H1. Have you seen the?
It looks good.
Yes. now I'm showing you the lazy way of doing things. So I will show you the lazy way after you know everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So you can just open this again, and you have this loading. Not loading, please. Yeah, your CV or your portfolio is actually loading. Yeah. Or yeah, it looks like this, guys. I think we should close today's lesson here. Thank you so much. I can see from the feedback that most of you had a very good experience. You learned quite a lot. To make advantage of what you learned, try to implement what we learned today by yourself, slowly, by just listening to yours. I mean, today you've been listening to me. When you are working by yourself, is actually you are listening to yourself, and yeah, add additional feature on top of what we did. Have a nice week. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. See you next
Bye.
week.
Ciao, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.